Ministries and his executive secretary, Sonia. Reverend Dr. Susan Howard, my minister when I first came to Canada. Attended the United Church of Canada at Downsview, and she was my minister for about 2-3 years, and it was there that I candidated for ministry in the United Church of Canada. Welcome an honored guest. A hearty welcome is extended to every one of you here this afternoon. I have some very specially invited guests that I would like to make mention of. It's not a large crowd, and I'll try to do my best so that I do not omit anyone. If I do, please forgive me. But I want to make mention of Reverends Ruth and Steve Hoffman, Friendship Community Church, a church that is dear to my heart, and I consider myself as an honorary member of that church. She knows that I'm just a phone call away, and she's here. They're here not just by themselves, but they're also here with some of precious souls from that church. Can I ask the members of that church to stand as well, and ask the Reverend Ruth and Steve here to stand. Then, of course, sitting beside them is my good friend, one of my closest friends in ministry, Reverend Steve Charles. Yes, from Life Ministries. Very close colleague in ministry. And of course, across is another close friend of mine in ministry, Reverend Charles Okongo, and his beautiful wife and son are here as well. Can we ask you to stand as we welcome you? They are my brother and sister from Uganda, and of course he's part of the Lutheran Church, I think, here right now. Am I right? Yes, are about to. We have Reverend Dr. Richard Steve Charles of Community Ministries, a good friend of mine as well. My good friend, for many years, maybe about 40 years, Professor Paul Hines. We both attended the same church, and we grew up in youth fellowship, and it was just beautiful to be reunited with him after some time. Of course, we have Brother John and Carol, faithful members, partners of Mount Horeb Ministries. They have never failed to support us. They live in Brampton, but we have never called upon them, and they have ever said no. So we are indeed grateful to them as well. Some of my members from my former church in Jamaica, Sasha and Shelinda, two beautiful young ladies. She just read the scriptures. She was the president of my youth fellowship. God bless you, Sasha and Shelinda. There is Zach, yes, musician, elder in his church, close friend of mine. He's in the printry business. If you ever need to have something printed, then he's quite able and quite generous too. So you probably want to have a talk with him. Yes, Carol, I recognize your granddaughter there as well. Yes, I don't want to overlook anybody. Well, of course, don't think that I've overlooked my wife. I couldn't go home this afternoon. But they say that you always leave the best quiet until last. She's a darling of my life. And I said to her, honey, I don't know how you put up with me, because sometimes I bite off more than I can chew. But she's always in my corner. And of course, our children there, of course, Lisa, I see you there, and her beautiful mom, yes, Chucky, and maybe the greatest steel pan player, not maybe, he was voted the greatest steel pan player in all of Toronto, Canada. In fact, in all of Canada, the inimitable Vince Cato. So put your hands. I wonder if I have left out anybody. I don't think so. I think that I've covered the whole gamut. May I take this opportunity to welcome you all and to extend a further word of welcome to anyone that I have not named, but you have joined us in this auspicious occasion. The opening day of our new worship center is certainly a moment that we should savor and enjoy. If you take a quick look around, I am sure you will all agree that our worship center is modest but convenient for worship. This strategic location is perhaps even more conspicuous. Located in a largely multicultural surrounded with hardly any facility for worship except our Presbyterian neighbor about 600 meters away. I remember the first time that we surveyed the land, that the very first person I met was a lady from St. Vincent. I spoke to her a while and she said to me, I'm so happy that you're about to begin a ministry, because I have been praying for a ministry like yours. And she said these words to me. She said, when you're ready, let me know, and I will personally accompany you to my friends' homes and all of the homes in this area. And I said, yes, Lord. Behold, you have laid before us an open door, and that this was a testimony of your grace to us. It all started as a dream. What you see here all started as a dream. And we're occupying both this top floor and, of course, the basement underneath as well. When I called my minister here, Reverend Howard, I'll never forget the words he said to me. She said, Osbourne, she said to me, I must be there. I will be there. It can't miss me. Because it is a seed that has germinated. Because way back then, both of us talked about an intercultural ministry, and I think we even attempted something there as well. And so I know how much this really means to you as well.